Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel, Planning with Bree. I'm Bree, and right now I'm going to do a quick flip through of the spreads that I completed in my last video, and then we are going to jump into the rest of my July spreads. Okay, so today I am going to first I'm going to leave this page right here blank because I want to add the rest of week 1. The first week of July was really weird. I'm a Sunday start planner, and since I did July 1st through the 7th on the previous weekly spread, I needed some room to finish out the last 2 days of the week, which would just be that Friday the 8th and Saturday the 9th. And then I'm also going to leave that second page for my ABC journaling. And this page that I'm starting right now is just going to be a quick collage. So I like collaging. I just always felt like I wasn't doing it right. But if you think about it, there's no right or wrong way to do collaging. So I've been watching a lot of different videos of people who do collages, like AisForAnia, LinselleCreates. They do collaging a lot more than some other people that I watch on YouTube. So I was watching their channels and it got me inspired to go ahead and do this collage. So the page that I'm setting up right now is a brain dump page. I didn't used to include these because if you know, then you know my journal is not for planning. But it's mainly a structured diary. That's mainly what I use my bullet journal for. So that I have a place to write and reflect every single day. But with that being said, I still have habit trackers, I still have mood trackers, and sometimes while I'm looking at my journal, I get things that inspire me, or I think about things that inspire me, and I like to write them down so I don't forget. So that's what this page is for. I'm still going along with the theme of my July setup, which was hibiscus flowers and these green swirls and dots. And yeah, I just picked some pictures off of Pinterest like I always do. I have a lot of pictures laying around all over my desk right here, and I'm just placing them where I think they would look nice. And as you can see, they get moved around just a little bit, but I still like how it turned out. When I'm done with this, I am going to draw all over these pictures. It is a little hard to see what I'm doing. I really need to get my lighting together. So if you're watching this and you also do videos, can you guys explain to me like where your light sits? Because I used to film with 2 lights. Now I just film with 1, only because of where I'm set up right now. It's just easier to film with 1 light, and I can't figure out how to get the second light in order. So I'm struggling a little bit with the lighting, which is why I have a lot of shadows under my hand, because my light is coming from the right hand side. I do try to have it more coming from directly on top of my page, but sometimes that creates a very strong shadow as well. So you would think that I would have this figured out, but I don't yet. I don't. You know, this is all still a learning curve, and I'm still trying to figure it out, but I'm going to figure it out. I will. In the meantime, let's talk about this brain dump page a little bit more. So on top of that long strip of flowers, again, I did get that from Pinterest as well. Those are not hibiscus flowers. I'm not sure what type of flowers those are. I didn't really care. I just really liked the colors. So I printed that off and I colored in a green strip and just wrote the word brain. And now I'm just going to use my Pigma Micron in a 0.08 to write the word dump for brain dump. I'm trying to make the letters as thick as possible so that they stand out on top of the pattern itself. So I'm thickening up the downstroke of the letters thicker than I did the other side of the letters, so it still looks like hand lettering, like the traditional hand lettering. I'm not even sure if I would call it traditional, but hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. The last thing I do is just go ahead and put a border on this page, and that's it. So on this page, I decided to do a self-care tracker, and I was going to do a self-care tracker with flowers like I did my self-care tracker last month. And if you haven't seen that video, I will link it above in the cards. But as you can see right there, I didn't draw it so good. I tried to fix it a little bit, and when I was looking at it, I knew what I did wrong. The center of the flower, if you're looking at it, the center of the flower that I drew does not look like the center of the flower in the picture, and one of my petals was a little off, which is something that I struggle with when I'm just hand drawing things. Usually I will sketch some pictures out first because I am a little insecure about my drawing skills right now, since I haven't been drawing really long since I left high school. I used to draw a lot in high school. I used to paint a lot in high school. I even used to submit paintings to some national convention that my art teachers used to tell me about. I really enjoyed art in high school. But when I went to college, I just didn't have that outlet anymore, and I didn't have that practice. When I left college, it was the same thing. So one of the reasons I actually started bullet journaling is because of the drawing and the painting and all of the art. I also do use my bullet journal to create. If I can find it, I'll put a picture right here on the top right-hand corner of something that I did in my last month spread, just because I felt like creating something that day that didn't take too long. So with that flower that I tried to draw, this entire spread, I did not want to think about too much. I just wanted to go along with the theme. I just wanted to draw and put some pictures down in a collage. So when it didn't come out the way I wanted it to, I just covered it up. I just thought about it as, okay, well, I'm practicing and I need to remember to use my negative space more than the positive space when I'm drawing. So again, just another learning curve for me. But from here on out, I plan to be a little more confident going into my drawings. I wasn't confident when I drew that flower. So I covered it up with a red piece of paper. Again, I got this little thing from Michael's that has swatches of paper on it, and those pieces of paper are textured, so I can't write on them. So I'm trying to use them in the background. Another thing that I'm trying to do with my collaging is print out pictures of different sizes and shapes. So when I was watching some videos from LinselleCreates, I noticed that she was using some vertical pictures, which you would think that I would think about that. But for some reason, I was looking at her pictures and I was thinking, well, Bree, she has vertical pictures, she has horizontal pictures, she has squares, rectangles. She even used like this little shape puncher to punch out circles and hexagons. And I have used hexagons before in my mom's bullet journal. I just had to draw it and cut it out, which was very time consuming. So I haven't done it since then. And I did that in her March layout. So I haven't done that since March. But I do want to do that more to give my collage some depth. So right here, I did decide to try it again, to draw that flower again. And I like how this one came out a lot better than the first one I drew. So this flower right here is going to be for my self-care tracker. I'm not sure what 4 topics or 4 activities I'm going to put inside the flower yet. So I just wrote self-care on the leaf, and that was it for that spread. So the next page I'm going to do is my positive affirmations page. And I am going to take just a quick break to say, if you have gotten this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, I say that right before I'm going to have just a small itty bitty loss of footage. So I was recording, and if you guys know, I record from my phone, and sometimes she decides that she doesn't want to film anymore. So that was the last spread. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.